Hey, Rob here, and I'm going to talk to you about getting Doom 3 running on your Nvidia Shield. Now, it can be a bit of a pain. I've seen a lot of questions in the forums. I don't think anybody really covers fully how to get it on the Shield. I'm not going to be perfect either here because I'm not going to go to my desktop and show you dragging everything, but I am going to give you some tips that will help get it running that people seem to be skipping. I'm also going to do a little bit of play of the game to show you how it performs, and that's about it really. So why don't we, oops, the Shield just went to sleep. Great. Oh, there, it's back on. Okay, so let's start a little bit on how to get the game onto your Shield in the first place. The first thing you're going to need is a program called D3-4A, and that's D-I-I-I-4A, and that's available on the Google Play Store. So there is your first part. Get that program and download it. The second part is you're going to need to make sure that you have Doom 3 legitimately. Now, by legitimately, I mean, you have to own a copy of it, but also you need to have the original Doom 3, meaning not the BFG edition. The BFG edition will not work, which is kind of sad because that's the only edition that I have on my PC. However, I do have the Mac App Store version, and that will work, by the way. But so will the regular Doom 3 on Windows. And note that if you have the CD version of Doom 3, you're going to need your CD key to get it to work as well. So there's all those things. Number two, you have to take your Nvidia Shield, this guy, and you're going to want to turn it on and use your charger cable. You know, that thing with the USB on it. Oops, there. That way it's in reverse. Anyway, you're going to want to plug your Nvidia Shield in and plug that into your computer. What that'll do is it will show your Nvidia Shield up as a drive. Mac users note it does not work for the Mac so far as I've seen, at least not on the latest version of the OS. So I had to dump it to an SD card and then move it over. That said, I've never gotten it to work off of the SD card, so far we're just putting it onto the memory directly on the Nvidia Shield. It needs to be put in a directory called D3, that's D-I-I-I-4A, and you need to put all the base files from the Doom 3 in there. On Steam, you can find those base files by right-clicking, going to Properties, and you will see under the tabs there's a Local File tab. You start on General, then there's Updates, and there's Local Files. You go into Local Files, and then you go Browse Local Files, and it will show you where those files are on your computer. But you got to make sure you're using the regular edition, not the BFG edition. Won't work. Okay, so now you have started by downloading the program, the D3-4A. You have plugged in your Nvidia Shield. You have made a D3-4A folder on the root and dragged those base files from your Doom 3 folder into your Nvidia Shield. So now it's on the Nvidia Shield. The first thing you want to do is start up D3-4A, and let's get that on screen real quick. Here we go, and let's get myself off. Okay, D3-4A you'll see is the second icon from the top left on mine. It will be somewhere else on yours most likely, unless you're amazingly lucky. And I'm going to click that little guy. I said I'm going to click that little guy. Okay, and here's how it starts up. Now, there are some things you need to modify here. If you look in the game working directory, notice that it says /storage /SD card 0 /DIII4A. It did not start out that way. It started out as /SD card 0 /DIII4A, and that does not work. Your Nvidia Shield won't find it, and it will fail to start. So make sure to add that /storage. Now here's another thing about that. You're going to have to do it in the blind because I'm going to click on the slash and show you what happens. Click before the first slash. Oops. Well, see, now I didn't. Look at that. I can't see the screen. So you're going to have to type it in the blind. And you're going to have to make sure you did it in the right place, unlike I did. So you're going to type, well, wait a minute. There we go. You're going to type in slash storage. You see that? Slash storage. Slash SD card 0 D III4A. The good news is you just have to type in that slash storage before it, and it'll keep the rest. It'll just insert it. So that's kind of nice. Number 2, lighting is disabled by default. I've unchecked that because it looks a lot better. So we're going to go back here and go into general. There we go. We're in general. Sorry about that. I don't think there's any other settings I have to set here. No. Oh yeah, there is one more. Sorry about that. If you scroll down under mouse settings, you want to hide on-screen buttons and enable mouse. You don't need root on the Nvidia Shield to do this. So don't worry about the fact that it says root required. You do not need to have a rooted system. You can just use it. Alright, so now let's finally get into the game. I'm going to go back to general, although you could start the game from anywhere. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, at the top bar you can see start game. So let's start her up. And I'm going to note some things. Yeah, the videos look like crap. Okay, there is Doom 3. The right stick moves the menu around, and your right bumper is the right click. Note that right bumper is also your fire button. The triggers do not work in this. Sad to say, there's no way to remap them. I've tried a few different methods, and it hasn't worked, unless you want to try something crazy like mapping, doing a mapping, but it's, and by mapping I mean the one that's built into the shield, not in here. It doesn't work from the menu. Okay, we're going to go into options here. That was a lot of talking. I believe it's system. Okay, notice how I have it set to low quality, and the screen size is 640 by 480. Now you're going to need to set both of these things, and you're going to need to set low quality first, and then the 640 by 480, because what will happen is when you click low quality, it'll change the resolution out, and then you need to change it back to 640 by 480. You're not going to notice much of a difference because the screen's so small, but you're going to notice a big performance boost from doing that, okay? So let's back out of this. Come on now. I got to apply changes. And it'll warn you that you have to exit and go back in to apply those changes once you have, and you will want to do that because it'll be a big deal. Alright, here we go. Let's load a game. And here is how it plays. And it plays okay. Now, if you wanted another performance boost in the game, you could turn off lighting. That first box I had you uncheck, you could recheck that, and you could turn off all the lighting. I will warn you, it looks like crap. It makes Quake 3 look beautiful. It makes Quake 3. It makes Quake look beautiful. I'm not kidding. It does not look good without the lighting. This game was meant to be played with the lighting, so it's going to hurt a little bit. It's not going to run as well as, say, Half-Life 2 does. So here we go. And it looks pretty good on a handheld.
Okay, grab your gear.
There we go.
Now you're ready for combat.
I gotta sit here and listen to this guy.
MarsSec radio check.
Yeah, blah blah.
Good signal. Looks like you've been assigned the decommissioned comm facility. Just follow the main passage through the underground junction and straight out.
Yeah, come on.
Quick evac. And what better way to see the Martian surface than you run across it? Okay, you're all set.
You see that lagging. If you run really fast, you get quite a bit of it. It's better at the lower resolution that I've set it to. But it looks pretty nice. And here we go. Just gonna try and get through here real quick, get to the surface.
Hey, you're looking for the scientist.
You can see it's chugging a little bit. I'm wondering if I could set the resolution even a little bit lower manually, and I'm gonna try that later. You got this, and I'm not gonna bother with the PDA. Yeah, and see, this is like really slowed down.
Maintenance guys not keep any of these machines running? Yes, sir. It's just that the science team demands a lot out of these things. Enough excuses.
Oops.
Just do your job and get the science team what they need. Well, I'm doing everything, but I just can't explain some of the things that have been happening to the systems. It's weird. Just get it done.
And let's see if we can get to the system. Am I going the right way? Oh yeah.
Do you make a habit of sneaking up on people?
Yes, I do.
Everyone's already on edge down here with all the strange things.
And on with the flashlight.
Hey, you're that new guy headed for the old comm center, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, pal, this passage doesn't go all the way there. You'll have a quick walk outside to the center's airlock. Hey, don't sweat it. Your suit's got plenty of oxygen.
And here we are outside. How nice. Hurry up. Forget how slow these games moved. I mean, as far as the pacing of the thing, you do not.
Kelly, you need to double time it down there. Search your assigned area and haul your ass back to Mars City. Out.
It's kind of funny because, you know, nowadays you just walk right into the action, but on these, boy, you spent a lot of time just looking around. Of course, back when this was made, the graphics were pretty amazing.
Huh? No, no, please. You must let me get this communication out. They have to be warned while there is still time. I can't let... You don't know what I've seen. You can't possibly understand or comprehend. The devil is real. I know. I built his cage.
I'm getting abnormal readings here. This is bad.
Oh, God!
I can't hold these levels. We're losing it.
This isn't gonna go well. Whoa. Ouch. And he turned into a zombie. Nice. Oh. And there we go. That's a little touch.
Sergeant Kelly, we're under attack by an unknown
Oops.
force.
Urgh.
Back to Marine HQ to regroup.
And that is a little touch of Doom 3. If you get any questions about configuring, let me know. I'll probably update this a little bit with any resolution changes or other settings I come up with. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up if this helped you out, and subscribe. Bye.